of any sponsors. We acknowledge that by its very nature, the information we release may be susceptible to updates and redactions, and we will readily perform them as needed. I'm Samantha Chips.
And I'm Sheppy.
Here's the issue.
Happy COVID anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys!
It's been, 12 months since we've had COVID on the planet?
About.
At least in the region, at least?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we decided, let's just recap the things that have happened to us individually
2020.
for the last 12 months.
Yeah.
So who's starting first, me or you?
You've had them, yeah, you. Not even funny, but yeah, you. It was horrible. Rubbish. A rubbish year for you.
So let's start with March last year.
March last year, let's go.
So March last year. First, there's a whole thing about school getting disrupted, Carnival getting cancelled.
Fucking Carnival, I forgot.
Remember?
Shit.
Carnival happened that same week.
Everybody get the outfit ready, spent them thousands of dollars, no Carnival. Oh yeah, that was hard.
That.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Then, until they were more comfortable with the COVID situation.
Okay.
Right? So I'm expecting this to be 2 weeks to a month.
You know?
And then an aunt of mine was sick and going blind. I had to go to the hospital with her. So that was my March.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went April now, and COVID reached Jamaica properly.
Yeah.
Well, you locked down for a month. I don't remember all of Jamaica lockdown.
We tried a lockdown. It was temporary.
That was the Portmore time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Around then.
Right? So April happened. Lockdown happened. But this is the first time in, months that I'm getting proper sleeping. Then I'm resting and I'm recovering and my brain starts firing and I'm getting all these ideas for things I can do forward when COVID ends.
Wait. Why were you getting sleep? What happened
April?
in these? Yeah.
No, because school went out.
So that's why you were getting sleep?
I had more time.
You have time now. You still don't fucking sleep.
I sleep way more than I was back then.
Alright, fine. Okay, maybe I
But
don't
what
have the
happened is,
measure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping now because I have these things doing now.
Yeah.
But what happened is COVID stopped everything. Plus my trading stopped. So that's a good 12 hours got added to my days.
Okay.
So I started sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I was grateful for it. I got to rest. And I'm like, yeah, next month when this all ends, I'm bouncing back. Started coming up with these ideas. I said, let me look for my friend Samantha because I think we'd be great in this podcast. Still even have a name for it yet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's how early on this was.
Yeah, I remember. I was there. Hi.
Yeah. Alright, so now let's go into May. So now in May, an aunt of mine, her cancer came back. And my mother got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Same May?
Same May.
Shit.
I might have been in the end of April, early May, but it was very close to each other. Double whammy.
Whoa.
Right, so I have to be strong for the family. But when it comes to in my mother's house, though,
it's you.
While these conversations are happening, it's just me.
Yeah.
Alright, so then that was happening. Watching my mother come to terms with the fact that she has breast cancer. That was an experience. Then there's the whole meeting the doctors, getting comfortable with going and talking to a doctor, watching a doctor talk to my mother. Watching my mother try her best not to freak out. Because she thinks she's being strong for us. Alright. That was which month? May?
May. We're not even halfway.
Right. That was just my May at that point.
Oh
and
my God.
This is going around all the fact, Kobe dying, the fires, all of that going on throughout the year.
I forgot about these things. I completely forgot about these things.
And I think it was also,
sad time.
I think it was also in May when
George Floyd.
Yeah. Wasn't it May George Floyd died?
About then, I'm not remembering specific dates, but around at the top of the year. I think a lot of shit was happening at the very start of the year.
So pretty sure George Floyd happened soon after. 8 minutes.
8 minutes of a foot on your neck.
Right.
Yep.
So this is when the whole civil unrest of all of Western society, or all of Black Western society started. Right, so you're in pain from that, pain from this, watching your mother go through that. And then in June now, this is when chemo starts, and then my best friend, who I love like a brother, dies. I heard this news 2 days after I got some good news about getting into the program I wanted to at UWI. So it's I couldn't even celebrate that. I don't think I ever celebrated that.
Yeah, there's no room for celebration with a year like this. I don't think. I don't know how you could have done that.
So yeah, so there was that happened. That's June. End of June, yeah. And then early July, my aunt. So I'm watching my mother grieve her sister while she's going through chemo. That was an experience.
Yeah.
And anyone who has never seen them Teflon Don mother that's stronger than anything just break down towards chemo, and you have to be there I think it was every week at first and then every 2 weeks after.
I have no idea how chemo works.
Well,
I just know you as a person you start to deteriorate in a sense.
Sort of,
They get sick.
It's like they vomit so much that everything just comes out.
They get skinny. Did she lose her hair?
Yes, she did. That was actually the funny part when my mother was making fun of her. My mother was complaining about going bald.
She was being lighthearted about the whole bald thing.
No, she was being very pessimistic about the whole bald thing, and I'm like,
she was?
Of course.
Ah.
And I was looking at her and I'm like, see how I feel now?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, because you're losing your fucking hair.
And then I looked at her and like, well, at least yours will grow back. So
yeah.
Throwing all of that shade on her, and she's like, and she's trying to go, you don't understand. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. God damn it. Well, at least you made it for me.
That was what was happening during then.
I have a question. How did she handle losing her breasts?
That was a whole mess. I'll get to that.
Okay.
So we were in June. My friend dies.
Mm-hmm.
In July, early July, maybe like a week later. So my aunt passes away. Then there's all watching my mother grieve because her sister dies.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the chemo. Plus the symptoms of the chemo. And then her hair starts falling out. And then she's complaining about the hair falling out. And you know you're the guy, so you can't complain.
Yeah.
So I have to have this stoic face all the time. And listen, I'm owning it, like a G. I think I'm handling this thing well. I was not. But I'm thinking I'm handling this well.
Mm-hmm.
Then, remember I break down crying when my friend died. Because even at the funeral, I couldn't go to the funeral because of COVID restrictions.
God damn it.
So the last time I see my friend is literally the last time I saw my friend.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So there was that. That's in August. Then I had to write the remembrance speech for my aunt with my mother's approval because I have to help her get her thoughts into words.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mess. Watching her cry at each line I write. Then when she asked me to come up there with her at this funeral because she doesn't think she'll be able to read this.
I think you were able to go to that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's because I'm family now.
Yeah.
My friend had a funeral too, but I couldn't. That was an online thing.
Oh, virtual funeral?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did go. I did feel sad, but it just like never saw my friend again.
Yeah.
Before I go cry on this thing.
Mm-hmm. Don't. Well, it.
Of course.
Well,
it's like, listen, I got very good at that.
Yeah.
Then I think it was late August. A different friend of mine invited me out, just to hang out, to have some drinks, do with their friends, because their friends are doing some beach thing. And then when they take me to the beach, I realized that this is the last place I saw my friend alive. So after my friend carries me to my place there, and I'm like drinking a little bit, at least I thought it was a little bit. And I'm remembering my friend, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want to kill the mood of everybody else hanging outside drinking some more. Next thing I know, I'm drinking a lot more. Next thing I know, I finish everything. All I remember is just waking up at home in tears and vomit all over the place. My little sister rubbing my back, telling me she didn't know I was in such pain. And maybe like 2 weeks later, UE starts back again for online school.
This shit, man.
Right. And I'm still have to go to the doctor every week because my mother has to do her chemo infusions.
Yeah.
So that was going on. Week in, week out. Classes week in, week out. You're adjusting to the online school thing. And I'm not adjusting well because I needed the classroom setting. I'm doing my best. That goes through right up to December, I think, or November. And then my mother finishes her chemo treatments. And then we're starting to talk about the surgery to have her mastectomy.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I'm learning about the attachment that women have to their breasts like that. Like, I didn't know it was some type of deep, special connection thing to their breasts. I didn't know. Every female I talked to is about to tell me how could I not know, but I didn't know. So it's like my mother's having a hard time saying that, yeah, she wants both of them gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're killing you though. Why is this up for discussion? I understand now, but back then I didn't know.
Yeah, I chuckle because I'm here thinking about it and I'm saying to myself, do I have that same connection to my boobs? If it were me, would I be okay with them just coming off? I mean, you're changing your body. It's gonna look different, and that's the thing that you're having a problem with. It's not that you don't understand that they need to go. It's just that imagine somebody saying to you, your penis has cancer, it has to go.
But then I can't fuck anymore. It's the same thing they said to me, but it's like, problem with that is that then I can't fuck anymore.
Can't wear bras anymore.
But
can't look down and
but
see
y'all complain that y'all hate the bras all the time.
Can't feed babies. See, it's an
But
attachment.
but you don't have any babies anymore. I'm just
Say
saying.
you were young, you could,
Yeah, I don't understand if you were young, but you're not. This is what my brain was having trouble understanding at the time.
It's purely aesthetic, but at least you got over it, did you?
It's not purely aesthetic though. There's psychological implications to it. This is what I'm saying.
That too.
This is what I was learning in the process. I'm like, I had no freaking clue.
Yeah.
So I'm learning all of this, trying to accept it, and you're trying to be understanding because your mother has cancer.
Right.
But I'm a little bit of an asshole, so I kept going, but you're not making sense to me, which wasn't helping the situation.
Yeah, it wasn't it's not for you to understand.
But you're trying to explain it to me, so I would say I don't understand.
Honestly, you should have just, okay, cool, I get it, Mom.
I wasn't in a headspace to just let things fall off the dot's back like that.
Be illogical sometimes for people's own well-being,
I'm trying.
But do you get it now? Do you understand the attachment now?
I accept it now.
You accept it.
Because it's like a very real... Like, my mother doesn't fight me that hard on logical arguments ever.
Yeah.
And she spent her time trying to convince me. So I'm just like, okay, this thing must be real.
Yeah.
So that was that. Then January now, then surgery.
2021?
2021. This is when the surgery date is coming close. And this doctor is looking at me and asking me, how am I holding the situation? And I'm like, Doc, not good. Just imagine looking in the face of the person that might be killing your mother in a few hours. Like, what are you supposed to think?
Right.
And the doctor gave me this look, and I'm like, and I gave him this look back, like, I promise you need security around if my mother doesn't come out of this alive.
Right.
Not that I'm saying that to you, but not just a look in my eye, and I know you could see it.
That deadpan, I will fucking kill you stare that you probably were giving the man?
I probably did.
I mean, I think he's trained to understand these different emotions people will go through in times like these.
Fun fact. My aunt who died was a nurse under him. As a surgeon. So he knows the family.
Okay.
He also knew my aunt, and he was also taking care of her for the first surgery and watched her. So it's not like an unfamiliar doctor. It's like a family friend at this point. So it's like, you're their friend, you're not mine, though. I don't know you like that, like family.
He got it. He got the you got the message across.
I didn't like. Nobody's like in the moment. I'm not sending a message across though. It's just what I'm
You
feeling.
didn't realize you were right. So
I'm not intentionally sending a message across, but that's just what I'm feeling in the moment.
Nigga, don't fucking mess shit up for my mother. It's already not so great. Please make it better. Don't
please make it better. Just
don't make it worse.
Make sure she come out of this alive.
Yeah, that would be the making it worse.
Because then when you give me this whole talk about every surgery comes with risks and complications, I'm like, don't tell me.
Nobody want to hear that shit.
You don't have that option here right now.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about risks and complications.
Boy, am I grateful I did not have your year. I am so grateful.
That was January.
January, oh yeah, so we have February. Shit, so there's...
there's the recovery process. Coming from surgery. Telling you all of that, they said to remove all of this tissue. Then they found that one of her lymph nodes showing signs that the cancer was spreading. So she has to do radiation soon. Probably by the time this comes out, she'd have started. So although the cancerous
tissue
in her breasts are gone, because
right.
all breasts are gone, she still potentially might have some in her lymph nodes, so she has to get radiation treatment.
So is that similar to chemo?
Yes.
So, how long does that take? How long does she have to do that for?
They're not 100%. They're not 100% sure yet, but they're estimating 5 weeks at least.
Okay. And it will have the same implications on her body?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
You can only ask so much questions before your brain just goes, I can't take it anymore.
I know.
So that's that. Then it's also going through school. And you're doing the schoolwork online, and then when you're doing some work and some people are trying to tell you they're too busy for this, and I'm like, you're not. And you're like, no, you're not.
They don't even understand.
No, you're not.
They're not.
Like, you reach a point where you're trying to do well. I did well last semester, September to January.
Yeah.
September to December.
So you managed throughout all the pain you were going through. You managed.
Trying it this semester, and I'm like, I don't have any tolerance for people at all. Like, at all.
It's the exhaustion, So you went through all of that semester one. You fought through having a very shit beginning to your year, and you're coming down into the school semester now. it's not any better, but you got through it. You pulled through, you push out all your energy and you got it done. So semester 2 now is just pure exhaustion. You're like, fuck it. I gave semester 1 everything I had. Everything is coming down on me now. And what can you do?
Right now I'm just tired. Bro.
Yeah, tired, bro. Tired. I get it.
It's like I was never meant to so I was like a social butterfly. So being inside like that for this long, in the same room where you got that message that your mother has cancer, the same room where you got a message that your auntie has cancer, the same room where your aunt died, where you heard that your aunt died, same room where you heard your friend died, right? The same room for all of that crap. It's like, I need outside.
Yeah.
Like I can't live in my own head like this.
You need to socialize. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my house just feels like it's haunted, bro. At this point.
I can't begin
Not
to
by
imagine.
ghosts, but just like my own experiences.
Yeah. I can't begin to even understand or imagine or even comment on it.
Well, the best one is when you send you these messages about you're not the only one going through this. I'm like,
fuck these people. What the fuck them I go through? Right? They have the same complaints they had before COVID, Yui. Right? Oh, we're broke. Y'all always broke, apparently. So, no good. Not alright. Right? Students, I'm not saying nobody's going through shit, but
I'm not saying like I'm going through the worst thing. I'm just like, this is my personal experiences.
You're right, and you're just voicing it. And the way you feel, I doubt you can measure it against anybody else's. You're gonna always feel like you're going through. Yeah, it's what you're going through. It's not a competition, guys. So yeah, did you get to February?
Did I?
I don't think you did. You're still in January, your mother's recovery, and hearing that radiation is going to be a thing. What happened in February?
Radiation goes out next month. Just schoolwork stuff. I think it's February when I just look at everything like
I'm fucking tired.
I can't take this no more.
That's the give up month. That's the fuck it, I'm tired, I'm exhausted month.
It's the end of January.
Yeah.
Into February time period. That's why the next episode hasn't even come out for so long.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So now March.
We're in March.
Yeah.
Better?
How?
I don't feel as bad.
Wasn't what did that? Why don't you feel as bad?
I took a break.
Okay, so the break did well for you. The break we took.
I took a break outside of my house, hang out with my friends and stuff like that. I don't want to say the time of day I hang out with my friends because of a certain most honorable bro God.
Hey, we're abiding by the rules here. Okay?
I definitely went home before 8 p.m.
Of course,
definitely.
Why would we ever stay out beyond that?
Because I don't partake in such actions.
We're model citizens.
Definitely.
Yes.
That's what I did. But yeah, and here we are now.
Here we are now.
It's like I feel a bit more energized and I can talk more. And I'm saying, okay, let's do an episode.
Well, here we are. So, when you look back at your year, and it's now March, and when you look back, how do you feel about it? What are the feelings you get when you look back at everything that occurred, all combined? What are your thoughts on your year? What was it like? A year of COVID.
I didn't sign up for this. That's literally
no. You didn't sign up for this.
No, because what I mean is like I decided, I'm gonna go back to school, commit these 3 years, get my degree, get out, get my life together, all of that. And in the 3rd year this happens, I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. Like everything just hit me. It got to the point where it felt like each week the next thing happening.
Yeah. I can understand that.
I was just like, how much? If you know me, I'm not a person who quits or gives up or anything.
Yeah.
And I push through everything, and I'm like, I'm still pushing through the thing from 2 months ago. Why am I still?
Shit is still adding on. Oh boy, I mean, as your friend, I feel like you've done phenomenally. I think every break you took was for your own good. Right? It doesn't make you a lesser, weaker person. You needed that and you took it because you understand that you needed it. Right? You went through and are still going through a lot. And you're sitting here telling me that you feel much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel much better.
As if I feel better now than I did a month ago.
Yeah, I know. In comparison, you're doing much better, and that's all we can hope for, that we all get through it. However slow, whatever pace you take, you get through it eventually. And I feel like you're doing great. And you're being your mother's rock, and you're being your own rock at the same time. You are doing it. however stressful it may be, however hard it may be, you're doing it. You're here. You're doing it.
I mean, to my mother's credit, she's back to being her own rock and thing. She's been that since like last month.
So she's back to being Teflon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. She's back to being an asshole.
Love that.
Bullying people.
Energy.
Bullying people.
I love that.
Saying how she's just gone for a couple of weeks and her kids got so fat. That's the type of stuff she's throwing shit.
Samantha Chips is a piece of shit when she's ready. No lie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how was yours?
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, follow that.
Tough act to follow. Your year was just a pile of shit, actually. But
I told you should have started first.
honestly though, I feel like the victory at the end is what makes your story so sweet. The victory meaning that you're still here. I feel like that's victorious. You're still there. You still have function. It's not about suicide, meaning that you haven't clocked out this shit yet. Just be like, fuck this, fuck all of it, and just go and do road, do your own thing, just fuck school. You're still here and you're still trying to manage everything.
But that's the real thing. I'm trying to manage everything.
But it's the effort that counts. You're putting out the effort. You haven't given up.
Yeah, that's because it's not an option, not because I don't want to.
Oh shit! I don't know. I find it to be an option for me. I always have the option to stop giving a fuck. I just choose not to.
I don't have that luxury.
Is it because you're a male? Is it the being the man type thing? You need to provide for yourself and
sort of, yeah. It's like kind of put yourself on a timeline and say, okay, I need to have this in my life by X time, or it's like I compete against my own potential.
I know you do that. That's why I brought it up. I mean, I have that same drive, but I also have the whole. I could be a stripper, you know.
You don't feel like drive. You feel like an addiction, really.
It might be. Nothing is wrong with that.
Like I don't like it. I wish I could stop, but I can't.
You don't like the. Why? What's not to like? I think it's the way you deal with it. You make it a problem.
But I think
you make it
too
into.
much. I think I obsess with it.
Yeah.
I think obsessed with it.
Well, my thing is once you can identify the problem, you can fix it.
You see, you think that. Right?
I do think that way. I don't know why.
See, my way is like because what's on bad? Because I'm a man, I know that we're a slave to our own ego. And we know this, but we can't help it.
You can't?
Nope.
I believe you.
Can't help it.
I believe you. I don't think anybody chooses to suffer this way. You know, your ambition is the thing weighing you down sometimes. You just need to, you need to just achieve what you put in place. And you will. So my year, you say. So we're starting at March when COVID came here and fuck shit up. Okay. So started to stay at home more because they cut off working hours. We start working less. I was working 3 days instead of 5. I'm not gonna lie. I liked this shit. I loved being at home with my man, working less. And at this point, I didn't have school yet. I wasn't a student yet. Or was I?
What do you mean you weren't a student yet? That's when you're thinking about going back to school?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't a student yet. So I was just planning shit. I've been out of school for 3 years? 3 going on 4 years. So I was just like thinking about it. Couldn't afford it. Wasn't even medsing it at the time. But yeah, so it was just me home with my man chilling, having loads of sex. Yeah, we never used to have that much time because we both work and whatever. So that was March. I was enjoying the shit out of COVID. Scared. Didn't know what it could do, but enjoying March nonetheless. April came around. Nothing really happened in April. Just being around your man for more time than you used to be around your man.
So you were going to work during April?
I worked straight through COVID.
But didn't they lock down everything for the month? Said they were going to uptrain people?
Nope. What my office did was just minimize how many people came into work at any given time. So nothing really happened in April much. Just relationship stress from being around the person too long. Shit comes up, just regular shit. So you get through stuff like that, I guess. So May, we're looking at, the stuff happening abroad. Okay, so that was my May. Nothing really took place. June, weight came. A crap ton of weight just came and landed in my midsection. From nowhere.
Yeah, everybody gained some COVID.
Yeah, but for me, because I was struggling before because of my hormones and all of that stuff and my eating habits and the fact that I don't exercise, all of it combined made me gain a substantial amount of weight. I was already uncomfortable But then all of a sudden, I'm 180 pounds.
Now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I am big.
You're not though.
My stomach falls into a 3. My arms jiggle. My legs have cellulite.
You sure you're putting that in there?
Everything needs to be here. Y'all need to know the real tea. My arms jiggle. My neck has a second. It's there. They both hang out.
For disclaimer purposes, that graphic that we use here, that was used from last year, Samantha, not what she looks like now.
Yeah, I'm much bigger. Hi. 180 pounds. Right? Breasts are huge.
She used to have a slim waist and a fat ass. Now she's just a fat ass.
Ouch. That's mean.
It's mean.
No, really. It's fucking true. So.
It's not true.
It's true. Oh my. Yo, listen, man. The friggin' belly falling at 10. I have boobs around my back. Don't know what you call those. What?
At 180 pounds.
Yep. It's how my body stores weight. Right? It goes into places you don't want it to go.
Right, her tits.
My fucking tits. Okay, so my tits, they hang? No. They didn't used to hang. They were like these big tits that didn't even know what gravity was.
This
and
girl
falling.
is in front of me with 2 inflated balloons and complaining.
Them big. Them too big. Them big. And I know this seems like small potatoes compared to your year, but that just... your year was just... Oh my god, just sad and crappy and just the worst.
I mean,
for me,
it
was just...
Then I lost it.
Then you don't count. You gained it and lost it, right? So I'm here struggling with how my body image. I'm here struggling with school and work and all of this, right? Money issues because I have to try to support myself while support my ambition, going back to school, all of that. And again, we're in what? We're in June. I'm not even back in school yet, but already I'm stressing about these things. I'm paying student loan from when I first started UE. Okay. So I'm just going through a lot in this month. July was just, I was going through a lot of money issues, right? You're home more, so the light bill gone up, water bill gone up, food bill gone up. Sure, you're going to work less, you're traveling less, but that money still ends up going straight back into bills, right? Because these bills are going up, right? You're now a fat ass, so that's weighing on you as well. It's just...
So sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Because you already calling yourself a fat ass because I made a stupid comment.
Whatever.
You're not a fat ass.
It fits.
You don't even have
I don't have a fat ass. That's it. Right? That's it. I don't have a fat ass, but I am a fat ass. Jesus Christ.
Your pancake body.
Right? August flies by. I don't remember much about August. September, I start school. So nothing happened October, November. that I can remember.
Just school stuff, right?
Yeah, school was a thing. It happened. December came. Okay, December came and I was kind of stressing about if I'd have a job at the end of this year because a lot of people were losing their jobs and I need my job. My independence is so important to me and stability is so important to me and it was just up in the air if I was going to have a job because my workplace wasn't renewing my contract at the time. They just had me on this long extension. So at any point they could just say, you know what? We're going to fire you because we can't afford to keep you. So anyways, that was a stressful month. Then January came about and then I got my contract. I was excited because, mind you, this extension was from July to December. So that was a long time to not be sure if you're going to have a job the next month. Because every month is when they give you the extension. They don't give you for the whole time. They don't say, okay, we're giving you an extension from July to December. Every month is where they would just top you off with another month, give you another month, give you another month. So I didn't know what was happening. So that was scary. Anyways, I have a job now. Great. So that's January. Contract renewed. Right? February. Okay, February is when my mother decides to be problematic.
You mean a mother?
Yes, a mother. Right? She thinks she knows what's best for my life and she's trying to give me advice on how to move forward with my life. I don't know if she was going through an existential crisis or maybe she was just worrying about her first child or whatever. I don't know what's happening, but she felt the need to give me some unsolicited advice.
Team oldest child.
Yes, esteem oldest child, right? And I didn't take it well because I was just like, who are you to come and tell me how to run my life? You get me?
Your mother, that's what she was.
But I'm an adult. You run your
Not
teenage.
to your mother. Not to your mother.
Right? You run your teenager child's, your teen child's life. Not me. I'm an adult. I pay my own bills up in this. I mean maybe because she paid for the first semester, she feels like,
Talking about paying your own bills after
right? I have a claim on your decision making now. I have stakes in this shit. So I didn't appreciate that. So I had to just check her a little bit and let her know that I am fully capable of handling my own shit. Thank you for your investment into your child's life. Thank you, right? For all that you've done for me, right? But
I'm just putting that last part. Thank you for all that you've done for me, you ungrateful one.
Right, so thank you. The year wasn't that stressful. I managed. I came through. And I came through relatively unscathed. Honestly, the worst thing to happen to me this year is the fucking fact. Okay? And if that's all I have to complain about, I really have nothing to complain about. So yeah, that was my year. That was my 2020, beginning of 2021. My biggest issue is fat. So...
And she's swearing that she's that fat.
It's huge. It's disgusting.
It's like, I'm 180 pounds, but most of it are in your tits, though.
That's the point. Them big and they dropping now.
Now you can complain that your boobs are hurting you, but don't complain to me that you're fat. You're not.
My belly falls into two, like a burger bun. You know how you look at a burger from a side view angle? It folds.
Samantha wore a dress today. Went to this shop and broke every neck on every guy on her way to the shop. And she's trying to tell me that how she looks is a problem. What am I supposed to do?
You notice guys looking at me? I don't notice these things.
You saw them there? Breaking the fucking neck?
Oh, they're looking at the tits?
I think it was the tits, honestly.
Fuck that.
It's the dress. It's the dress.
It's the dress. It's the nightie. Okay.
The nightie?
I don't know. I wore it to bed.
Okay.
So point.
Okay. I don't even know what to go edit on from.
Okay. So yeah, that was my year.
I know you're complaining about your weight gain, and I know it's important to you. I'm letting you know a lot of this is in your head.
I know, it's quite mental. I feel like that's what quarantine did for me. It made me worry about what I could see in front of me, which is my room. I was obsessing over cleaning it. I'm in it all day. It needs to be clean. Nothing can be out of place. It made me obsess about me. I'm in the room, so I'm a part of it. I need to be able to look at myself and be okay with what I'm seeing as well.
Oh, wow.
It was weird, right? That isolation keeps you in your head. And I feel like that's what most of us had a problem with, being in our head all the time.
Listen, my head is not a good place to be.
It's not a fucking good... I don't feel like anybody's head is a good place to be, especially yours. Yours is probably like... I don't even know what to say. It's like a rubric, isn't it?
Listen.
I feel like you need to take your own foot off your own neck at this point. You do. You're just suffering yourself.
I know.
It's just like... Stop.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Tell us what you think about the issue. Leave a comment and we can talk about it. Follow us on Instagram at Here's the Issue Official and on our Twitter at Here's_the Issue. Like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel.